Hi guys and welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to do a talking video and you can hear my neighbor's dog barking. Oh my days, bad timing. Shut up! It does this every day. Oh my days, it's not every day man, it's not every day. Hi guys and welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to do a talking video just because there's something which is like really close to my heart and it's something that I've been through, so I'm sure someone else has been through it. That's generally how I'm starting to realize life works. If you've been through it, someone else has been through it as well. I just wanted to share my experience with you guys and some tips and advice on life after, or should I say reality of life after university, just because I feel like it's something we don't get warned about. Like, you're told, oh yeah, your hand is held all through the education system and it sort of spits you out. So yeah, you have your degree, but then you also introduced to all these new things that nobody told you about, and it's kind of like, I just want to reassure you guys that I've been through that stage and you'll be absolutely fine. So I literally have no notes for this video. I just literally want to freestyle and be legit with you guys and honest, and hopefully you guys appreciate that. So as you guys may or may not know, I graduated this year and I finished university in May. So I moved back home pretty much straight away because, like, as I've said before, I had no business up there anymore. My friends were on placement, so there was no one really there. I had a few friends, but like, I didn't mind moving away and going back home. That was kind of my priority, was to go back home really. I just missed being in London again. So I moved away and I remember being like, not quite, it just didn't settle in. Like, it didn't quite feel like I finished, and that feeling lasted for a very long time. So just know that it's not gonna just be like you finish uni and then you just feel like, yeah, I'm done now. Like, you will still feel like a student for a very long time. If anything, I still think like a student. I still do things like a student. I'm still like conscious about my money like a student. I still, things like that, but like they get less and less with time. But yeah, so I came home and I remember I was finished and I was kind of just like, I didn't really know what to do. And I feel like it's sold like you'll go to uni and figure out what you want to do. You won't. Let me not even put some rose-colored glasses over your eyes. If you don't know what you're going to do before you go to university, please do not think that going to university will make anything any clearer for you. It may do, and I think you'll be one of the lucky ones if it does. But if it doesn't, that's perfectly normal, and I hope people understand this. Like, but this is something I knew before and something I'm sure of now. So I just want to share that with you guys. It will not make your vision any clearer if it wasn't really before, and that's absolutely fine. It may do, as I've said, but that's absolutely fine. So yeah, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and so I worked a bit, like agency work. So throughout uni I've been bartending. So yeah, I did that for a bit, and because I was like, I need money. That's another thing. I came out and I was just broke, and like, you're broke enough as a student, but then when you come out there's even less support because it's not like you have a reason to be receiving money from student loan anymore from your parents, or you're literally like crap. And I think that's a good position to be in. I think that pushes you to get off your bum and just do something. So I was like, I'm gonna go to work, and ended up bartending, met some really cool people, favorite thing about the job, and then sort of, you know, it's like a one-off event kind of thing. So I'm still meanwhile thinking like, well, what am I going to do with myself? And these are questions that I never really wanted to face, and that's kind of why I liked uni. It was like a security blanket. You don't really have to think about reality. It's school, you know, it's safe. Like, you get told what to do all the time, and that's such a reassuring thing. But then when you come out, it's like crap. Like, everything, like any direction I can go in now would be by my own accord. You make your own decisions, and that's a really, really big thing that I've been coming to terms with since finishing school, is that my life is in my control. It's a very crazy thing to think. It sounds so basic, like, yeah, obviously it is, but you really don't realize until it's actually in your hands, and you're like, any decision I make now will be because I made it, and I will reap the consequences of that or the benefits or both or whatever. It's just really, I don't know, it's a crazy feeling. So then I was sort of in this mindset that, oh, let me just jump into a grad job, let me just start making P, you know, just start doing my thing. And like I didn't even know what I wanted to do, but I was just randomly applying for things because I was panicking, and I was just applying for this, applying for that, applying for this, applying for that, and it felt like nothing was falling through. And I remember having this conversation with my brother actually, and I was like, I don't know what the hell is happening. I feel like I'm not doing anything with myself, and I thought I would be by this point. This was like maybe, I was really hard on myself. This was maybe a few weeks after I had moved home. So literally it was still in May. Like I finished uni that same month, but I was already at this stage of like, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing? And so, yeah, my brother was just like, make a plan. And I would say that is probably the best advice I've received. I can't even speak properly. Probably the best advice I've received since leaving university. Make a plan, and you'll find that you may deviate from this, you may go left, you may go right, you may go up, down, but if you have a plan, then you'll find that you'll have something to stick to, and sort of wherever you venture off, you'll always have a goal in mind. So that's, I would say my advice is have a goal in mind, and you'll find that, yeah, things will go wrong. Obviously, that is life, like that's the reality of life, but if you have a plan, you'll be just fine. So I was like, okay, great, I'm gonna make a plan. And I decided what did I decide to do? I don't even remember now, see, it was a while ago. I decided I wanted to bulk up my CV. Basically, I wanted my CV to look nice so I could go up to grad jobs and be like, and be able to sell myself with confidence, because if I didn't really believe in the skills I had or the condition of my CV, then I couldn't really sell myself genuinely to people. So I really wanted to strengthen my CV, and I was like, that's my plan. I want to have a strong CV and then work on that over summer, and then apply for grad jobs after summer with this new experience that I've got, and of course my degree on top of that. I think that will make me a much stronger candidate for whatever I end up thinking that I want to try. So that was my plan. I made that plan, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Now we're gonna go get some experience somewhere. And so I decided internships is the best way. But I was really against working for free. Like that was my really big problem, because yeah, I had money from bartending, but I was kind of like, that's not gonna sustain me for a whole summer, let alone a year. There was no guarantee that I was going to get a job after these internships, so I was like, I need an internship which can who keeps texting me? So I knew that I wanted an internship which paid me, but then I sort of felt like I was in the position where I can't be picky, you know, beggars can't be choosers and all that. So I was sort of just applying for anything really, and I was interested in like social media, journalism, but fashion based, because that's just me. Like if I was doing something like that, I would absolutely love it. So that was the sort of arena I was applying for, and I started getting interviews, and I was like, what? Like people actually care? Like people are reading my CV, people are interested in what I have to say. So I started getting interviews, and yeah, then I sort of started feeling a bit better. Because even when you hear back from someone, even if it's not going to be like, they're like, yeah, we want you, it's just the feeling that people are paying attention to your efforts. And there was a thing where I was applying every day. Yeah, people started getting back to me, and I started having interviews, and I was like, this is so exciting. And then I ended up being accepted for this internship, or it was called an internship, with this online magazine. I was like, this is so exciting. It was like a fashion lifestyle kind of thing. I was like, right up my alley. But the thing is, it didn't pay, and so I kind of did that for a while and then dropped it. Like, and that's another thing I would say, don't feel pressured. This is your time, this is your life, your decisions. If you want to leave somewhere, leave. Like if you want to stay somewhere, stay. Like literally, it's in your control. So I was like, I'm not enjoying this. And so I decided to leave that after a while, and also I wasn't being paid, so I really didn't see much of a benefit for it, and I didn't feel like I was expanding my skills in the way that I was hoping to initially when I was like, I'm going to improve my CV. So I left there, and then just carried on looking around, but now it's kind of getting like, you know, not as eager as when I had first come out of university. And then I got a call one day. Where was I? I think I was at home. Probably just at home in my room in here probably. And someone called me. And I answered. I was like, hi, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out there was an interview I'd had like maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago with this company, this fashion e-commerce company, like a startup company, really cool. And I loved the interview. Like, I loved the lady who interviewed me. She was so sweet. Oh yeah, so she called and she said that we would love for you to join us if you'd like to. And I was like, oh, of course, obviously. And this was a paid opportunity, so that was even better. And it was something I knew I'd love doing. So apparently I'd impressed them in the interview, which was very good. I got that and I started working on that, and yeah, it just started going really well. Things started turning out well, and I was like, this is really fun. And the company, they've just been doing really cool things. We've been working on super cool projects. So they're a fashion e-commerce company, and so we work like with newspapers, and I do social media kind of stuff, and it's all fashion based, and it's online, and it's so me, and I really, really enjoy it. And I feel like this is what I want to feel like if I'm ever doing any other job. Like, I want to feel like I just love what I'm doing. And so I feel like so blessed to have been able to find this. I've been doing it for, I don't even know how many months now, but yeah, recently I was approached by the same boss lady, and she was like, we would love to just make you go full-time if that's alright with you. And I was like, what? Like, so it's turning into a proper job, and like I would have never guessed this would have happened. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video to advise you guys that when you finish university, you may or may not be, but this is for the people who may be really freaked out. Like, it's scary, like, and nobody warns you about it. There's no frigging advice manual or instructions on how to, and I can even give you advice, but really until you've been through it, that's when you understand, like, it's not all roses, it's not fun and games, you're broke, you feel miserable because you're like, what am I doing with myself, what do I want to do with myself? But if you have a plan, which I made right in the beginning, in May, and stick to it, you may deviate sometimes. I found like I deviated, and actually it was the times I deviated I felt the lowest. But if you stick to your plan, you will get somewhere, and you'll get where you want to go. And I just think that's the most important thing to do, is have a plan. So if you take anything from this video, is that when you leave university, have a plan. Like, and it won't always go to plan. It won't always be or skipping in the park and frigging lollipops and kites. Like, it will be horrible sometimes. You'll want to cry sometimes. You'll be wondering, what the hell am I doing, if you're making the right decisions. But honestly, like, we're so young, and making mistakes is not even the worst thing in the world. If anything, that teaches you the most. So don't be afraid to make mistakes, and also don't feel pressure to just jump into whatever, just like I did with the whole online magazine. If it's not right for you, it's not right for you, and you just want to be at peace with what you're doing. Obviously, some people aren't privileged enough to be in that position. There's people who have things to pay for, they have to help out with this and that, like, but I'm talking to people who are in my position, and it's like, you have the choice, you know? You can choose, and it's all on you. I would say, yeah, take your time, make a plan, don't panic, and just know that everything is going to work out if you want it to. Literally, that is as simple as it is. It will be horrible. It might be great, it might be a smooth ride, but if it's horrible, just know that you're not alone. It's not the end of the world. And everything will be okay, guys. Everything will be fine. And I'm a testimony to it. I just want to share that with you guys. I think it's so important to have this kind of thing told to you, that, yeah, things work out. So don't worry, guys. And, yeah, I hope this video was useful. I hope it was helpful at all. And if there's anything you want to know, always feel free to write down in the comments. I love reading what you guys have to say. And if you have any ideas of anything else you want me to talk about, let me know. Similar. What? Yeah, let me know. And I will try my best to just like make a video to help you guys out. Like, it's so cool to sit and talk because I like talking, as you can probably tell. I just like listening to the sound of my own voice. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you in my next one.